Hi everybody, it's Miss Heel. Today's reading lesson, we are going to read a story and it's called Octopus Escapes Again. Now, as we're reading this story, I want you guys to pay special attention to the text and graphic features. And if you remember, when we talk about text and graphic features, those are things that authors put in stories to help engage you or to make you pay attention more to the story. And also, those things help you to understand the story better. So, look for those illustrations, the bold print, diagrams. Anytime the text is on the page and it looks a little different in one place than another place, things of that nature. So, this story again is called Octopus Escapes Again. The genre is narrative nonfiction. And narrative nonfiction gives factual information by telling a true story. Narrative nonfiction presents events in sequential or chronological order. So we know that we've studied that, and that means that it starts at the beginning, what then tells you what happens next, and then it keeps going in order through the series of events. Authors of narrative nonfiction texts may include words that are specific to a science topic. So, since we know that this, even though it's a story, it's giving you factual information, usually authors tend to put the word and then the definition, especially when it's a word that the author may think that the reader does not understand or know the definition for. Narrative nonfiction includes visuals, such as illustrations, maps, and diagrams. I do recall, of course, there being quite a few illustrations in this story, and as well, there's even going to be a diagram. And what do you think it's going to be a diagram of? What you think? Okay, we'll see. Narrative nonfiction may include text features such as bold print, captions, and italics. So again, make sure you look for those things, all right? So if we think about the title and the genre of the text, what do you know about octopuses? Do you know anything about them? And then what would you like to learn about? Perhaps, what would you like to learn about octopuses? I'll give you a couple seconds to think about that. Okay, so hopefully you know something about octopuses and hopefully you want to learn something. Okay, now let's try to look at some of this vocabulary that you're going to be seeing in the story. The word flexible, siphon, lurking, and invisible. All of those words you will see in the story. Let's see if we can figure out or listen to the definitions.
Flexible. If something is flexible, it can bend or change shape without breaking. Sammy is a great addition to our gymnastic team because she is so flexible.
Okay.
Siphon. A siphon is a tube or hose that is used to pull liquid in or out. The siphon is located below the eyes on the octopus.
That's interesting. An octopus has a siphon? Can't wait to see that.
Lurking. If an animal is lurking, it is hiding while it waits to catch another creature. The tigers are lurking in the bushes.
And invisible.
Invisible. If something is invisible, it cannot be seen. The item holding up the girl is invisible.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we are going to read this story. Octopus Escapes Again. Let's see here. I'm hoping you'll be able to see these pages as we go through, but we're going to see. Okay.
Octopus Escapes Again. Written and illustrated by Laurie Ellen Angus. Octopus is very hungry. She peeks to the right, peeks to the left, and dashes from her den into the deep, dark sea. Will she eat today or be eaten?
Okay. So, as we can see, we know that this story is about an octopus, and maybe you've even made a prediction as to what it's going to be about. And if we think about the text and graphic features that we already see here on this first page, you can probably figure out what the story is about, right? We have the illustration of the octopus. We even have the setting. We know it's in the deep, dark sea. And it says she's hungry. And it says, will she eat today or be eaten? And if you think about again the title, Octopus Escapes, you've probably guessed that maybe this is a story about this octopus that's in the deep, dark sea. And she's running away from predators so that she won't be eaten, but she's also trying to eat something.
Those shrimp would make a tasty treat for her. But far above, a sea turtle is looking for a tasty treat too. Spotting Octopus, he dives down, down, down.
I wonder why the author wrote down, down, down. Maybe the author's trying to show you that that octopus is very, very deep in the sea.
Quickly, Octopus squeezes her soft body into a nearby empty shell. A clever trick. The turtle pushes, pokes, nudges, and noses, but Octopus is safe. Octopuses have no bones, which makes them very flexible. They sometimes squeeze their bodies into empty bottles, cans, and even coconut shells. Flexible. If something is flexible, it can bend or change shape without breaking.
So as you can see, the text on this page there are three different types of text. Here you just have the regular black text in paragraph 6 and 7. And then in paragraph 8, it's blue. And then here in the white, that's even different as well. So here in the black, how is that different than the blue other than the color? Think about what it's actually saying. I'll give you a couple seconds to reread just a little bit to maybe see if you can understand how it's a bit different. Well, in paragraph 6 and 7, it's sort of giving you the story of this octopus. And then the blue text is giving you factual information about the octopus. And then, of course, here in the white box, it's giving you definitions for different words. Now, on this page, this graphic feature is awesome. It shows you a picture and it's showing you the fact that here this octopus is able to escape the sea turtle, which is one of its predators. And how does it escape? Well, let's reread. It says the quickly octopus squeezes her body into a nearby empty shell. A clever trick. And as you see, the turtle can't get to her. So that's one way that the octopus escapes again, which is, of course, the title of this story.
Octopus is still hungry. She swims alongside a school of fish. One of her 8 long arms reaches out to grab and gobble. But wait, Octopus spies an eel slipping out of its cave, ready to grab and gobble her.
Okay, so we're looking at this illustration again, and we can see how this octopus is swimming alongside with these fish, but we can see this eel here who is sort of hiding and just waiting to go and grab that octopus.
Whoosh! Octopus releases her secret weapon, a cloud of dark ink. She scoots away, still hungry. When threatened, an octopus can spray ink, This confuses the attacker and hides the octopus, giving it time to escape.
Ooh, here's the second way this octopus is able to escape. Let's listen to it again.
Whoosh! Octopus releases her secret weapon, a cloud of dark ink. She scoots away, still hungry. When threatened, an octopus can spray ink. This confuses the attacker and hides the octopus, giving it time to escape. Hunting for a shellfish or two, she glides into nooks and slides into crannies. But a prowling shark is hunting too. It spots octopus and closes in. Luckily for octopus, she knows how to make a speedy getaway. Blast off! When needing to make a fast escape, an octopus sucks in water and blasts it out through its siphon. The force of the water shoots the octopus away like a rocket. Siphon. A siphon is a tube or hose that is used to pull liquid in or out.
Why do you think the author used the words blast off? Let's take a look at the illustration. As you can see, this octopus, man, in order to get away from that shark, they have to do it quickly. So blast off reminds me of, well, yeah, like a rocket. A rocket ship, when it goes up into the air, it goes quickly. Just like this octopus when it's trying to flee from a predator.
Now octopus is very hungry. She has a taste for snails. But a giant grouper, lurking behind the seagrass, has a taste for octopus. He opens his huge mouth wide to suck her in like a vacuum, hoping to swallow her in one giant gulp. Lurking. If an animal is lurking, it is hiding while it waits to catch another creature. The grouper catches a wriggling arm, but only one. Octopus escapes again. When a predator catches an octopus by one of its arms, an octopus can release it from its body. While the predator is busy eating the arm, the octopus is able to escape. The arm will eventually grow back.
Okay. Make note. Here's another way that this octopus escapes being eaten again.
Still looking for a meal, octopus crawls into shallow water along the shoreline. Slowly, she sneaks in to grab a crab.
Uh-oh, sounds like it's time for the octopus to eat.
Uh-oh, a gull is swooping down. Is it after octopus or crab? Octopus doesn't wait to find out. Poof! Octopus disappears. She's a champion of camouflage. Can you find her? When threatened, an octopus can instantly change its color and texture to blend into its surroundings, and it becomes completely invisible to an attacker. Invisible. If something is invisible, it cannot be seen.
There's another onomatopoeia. Poof. Why do you think the author used poof? Yeah, sort of like magic, like all of a sudden it was here and now it's magically gone. So the author has used two onomatopoeias, poof and then whoosh, whoosh. Remember the ink coming out? I think that's when the author used whoosh.
Clams would make a savory supper. She dives back down into the deep, dark sea, reaches out, and scoops some up. Finally, it's time to eat. Welcome to the wonderful world of the octopus.
Okay, before we read that, now, so that was the story of this escaping, being eaten, and also finding food on her own. Now, on this page, as you can see, text features look a little bit different, and they even have a graphic feature of a octopus, right? And this diagram shows you the different parts of the octopus. So let's listen to this part.
Welcome to the wonderful world of the octopus. There are about 300 species of octopuses. Some are so small they can fit into the palm of your hand. The record for the largest octopus, a giant Pacific octopus, is 30 feet. That's almost as long as a school bus. Octopuses are found in all oceans of the world. Some live close to shore. Others live far out in the ocean. The word octopus comes from two Greek words meaning 8 and foot. Octopuses have 8 flexible arms that are made mostly of muscle. Octopuses don't have any bones. The only hard part of an octopus is its beak, which is part of its mouth. Octopuses like to be alone. They spend most of their time hiding in their den, their home. They often create a den under a pile of rocks, inside a cave, or in a crack of coral. Some octopuses have used empty shells or glass bottles as a den. They usually hunt for food at night. Mantle, eyes, siphon, arms, suckers. The octopus in this story is a common octopus. It's about 2 feet long and weighs 6 to 22 pounds. It lives in shallow ocean water, near rocky shores, or around coral reefs. Like all octopuses, its body is perfectly suited for surviving in the ocean.
Okay, so hopefully, because of the fact that the author put a diagram of an octopus, you can really pay attention to all the different parts of the octopus. All righty. Now, there are a few questions that I want you to think about. Number one, how can octopus stay safe when another animal wants to eat it? Well, the story mentioned at least 3 different ways that could happen. Anybody know one? Yeah, they use that ink, right? It goes whoosh, and it confuses the predators, right? Yep. The second way is it can hide in like shells and under and beside rocks. And the third way, yep, it can actually detach an arm from its body. How is octopus ink like water shot from the octopus's siphon? And then how are the two different? So think about that ink and think about water and how is it different? Well, we know it looks different, right? That ink was like a blue color. And then, of course, water would be clear. And of course, they are the same because they're both liquid. And then lastly, what kinds of fish does an octopus want to eat? And which animals want to eat an octopus? And if you don't remember, you would have to go back to the text. Okay, and so if I go back to the text, I can see that octopus likes these clams. I can also see that, this groper was trying to find, or grouper is trying to eat the octopus, as well as a shark, as well as that very first sea animal, which was the sea turtle. All righty, excellent. Hopefully you enjoyed that story. Now what I want you to do is to go to Clever and go to assignments, and you will see a quiz on there. And it'll say online assessment, selection quiz, Octopus Escapes again. And I want you to do that quiz. There's 5 questions, multiple choice. And also, if you want to reread the story, you can on Clever and Ed HMH. There, I put the story on there as well. Okay? All righty.